Hey, what's going on, Taco fam? All right, so today, as you can see, back at it with an update. This time it's with Snake Eye. So I made some interesting choices with this deck, and it's actually been pretty fun. I've been testing it a lot, and I could show you a few things. So kind of waiting on some of the new stuff to come out, but this is what I've been playing around with. So first off, play the 3 Dark Witch. This card's actually really crazy. I've been loving this card ever since it came out. Just the fact that it gets itself out of the hand and it can revive itself during the opponent's turn and gives you a set from the deck is actually pretty cool. 2 Flame Birch, because I like this card a lot. And you actually do need this for a lot of the combos, having 2. It can be a brick, but I enjoy it. The fact that it could take a monster out of the spell and trap zone is cool. And they could even put one there too. And it also revives 2 level 1 fires from the grave. So what can you really ask for out of a boss monster? And for the 9 Snake Eye cards. So when Populous comes out, we will be cutting down these ratios. But for now, this one's really good because Ash is so funny because it's in the name. Most people will probably Ash this guy. Oak is your Reborn, and of course Birch is your Extender. So for some reason this card always stays in my hand, but I've grown to love it because if you control a fire, you just summon it. And these 2 have effects that are proactive. You kind of want to be able to use it to get rid of stuff on your field in order to summon guys from your deck, like whichever one of these that you need, even Flame Birch. And this one summons itself defensively. You can do it during your opponent's turn. The fact that you send 2 cards can seem like it's a lot, but it comes up actually a lot of good times whenever you have to get rid of 2 of your cards. Yes, it feels like a neg, but your value you get out of it is good because it also sets up your grave, and that's why I like them a lot. One of my level 1 fire targets, Kurikara and Jet Synchron. I actually like these because this is a tuner and it could get some of the stuff out of your hand, but it is a brick, unfortunately. And I do like Kurikara just because it gets rid of those towers type monsters, and whenever your opponent watches you search it, they kind of start squirming because they're like, oh man, don't want to play into it. So it forces them to use hand traps instead of like their on-field cards, and that's what I like about it. And then for my Fire Warrior engine. So I like this a lot. This is the engine I've been playing around with, and I've actually been having a lot of fun with it. So this card's actually really funny for this deck. So this is Eka the Flame Body. So what it does is when it's normal or special, you target one face a monster card and either play a spell in trap zone, you summon it to your field. The other effect is you could target one monster that you control and equip it to her and give it her 500, but you don't really care about that. The fact that you could bring out like your Snake Eyes from the spell and trap zone proactively is what I really like. So if you open the field spell where you place any name that you want and you open her, you get to literally just summon the one that you placed from your deck and then use that one to keep extending and stuff like that. And Renata and Ricardetto, yeah, I've been seeing them a lot in Fire Warrior decks, but there's a reason why we play it, and whenever we get there, I'll let you know. For some hand traps, and I also play these. So Ash, Valor, Imperm. I think these are the best ones right now. Soon we might be playing some other cards, depending on how the meta shapes up. But so far, those 9 seem pretty good. Then for the spells, so Temple, this card's good. Just the fact that it gives you level 1 fires, 1100 attack is actually kind of funny. So if you Kurikara them, she also is a level 1 fire. So she gains the boost from all the monsters she tributes, plus 1100. And this helps you whenever you do get nibbed too. So sometimes I would put like a Flame Birch Dragon from my deck into my spell and trap zone, keep doing my combos. Whenever I threaten a negate, or if I summon 5 times, for some reason people just want to nib me. So the moment they nib me, I just summon my Flame Burge from the Spell and Trap Zone, have a nib token, and then I just go Flame Burge, put the nib in the back row. So now I turned off imperms and stuff for their follow-up turns and stuff like that if they do draw them, which is actually kind of funny. And it helps you make Hita too whenever you do that play. If you get nibbed, it helps Hita plays. 3 Wanted. This card's crazy. The fact that it gives you a draw and puts resources back into your deck is really good. And the fact that you can get Diabell Stars from out of the graveyard is also pretty good too. And pretty relevant. 3 Original Sinful Spoils. Everybody's seen this card. It's being used in Rescue Ace and stuff like that, but this is the deck it belongs in. And I think it gets the most value out of this deck because of all the tutors and stuff that you have in your deck. And the fact that you can actually benefit off the secondary effect, which is, target a Diabell Star or a Snake Eye monster, search a level 1 fire, and then put this card to the bottom of the deck. Well, not this card, but put the card you targeted in your grave to the bottom of the deck, which is actually funny because whenever you run through your Flame Burges, you just put them back into the deck so that you can resummon them back out of the deck. And for my spicy engine, playing the 3 Durandal and the 1 Museum. So I am playing Angelica in this version, and that's why we're playing the Ricardetto and we're playing the Renat. But the fact that we could use this to search Eka or any of the other Fire Warriors that we need is actually pretty good. So there's no need to play Isolde or nothing like that. So at first I wasn't playing Museum, but it just kept coming up to where, oh, I summon Eka and I have a level 1 Fire Warrior. Oh, it's kind of crazy. I could be making, Angelica here. And I could show you a little bit how. Because a lot of the times you have plays with like monsters like this. So if you go like Ash or whatever, Ash could search this. And then you could go activate Ricardetto, the specialist, from your hand as a tuner. So 1, you get to also summon 1 from the Spell and Trap Zone. And now this is a level 4 tuner. So what you do with these is make a level 5, which is Angelica. And that's where it comes up to just search the Durandal that you can use to proc her effect. So you don't really care if you, waste them or whatever have you. But that's just like a little small combo. But let's get on to the extra deck. But that's 40 cards in the main. If you don't want to play the Fire Warrior engine, these are the 3 cards that I would suggest. Gamma, because all of your Snake Eye main deck monsters outside of Flame Burge send themselves and another card to the grave for cost. So your opponent's like, oh, you lose 2 cards? Cool, I'm going to Ash you. And you're like, cool, I'm going to Gamma you. Or I'm going to Call by you. So I wish, Gamma was at more than 1 because that would make it a little bit more viable. But just kind of like, it catches people off guard whenever it happens. For the extra, these are the 2 Link ones I decided to play. Anima, because people just play into this. And it's not too bad anyway. Just putting monsters and equipping them is actually funny. And then if you have Ika, you get to summon whatever you equip. So that comes up too. And Link Karibo. For the Link 2s, Sunlight Wolf and Hita. I spoke about Hita already a little bit, but this is what happens whenever you get nibbed. This is the play you typically try to pivot towards. And Sunlight Wolf is crazy with Flame Burge because it immediately rewards you and gives you a card back. So whenever you link off Flame Burge and you have level 2 fires, 2 level 1 fires in the grave, you just summon them, one of them to its zone, and then you get a card back, which is really crazy. And because we do that, we climb into Heat Soul because of this play with the Link Karibo. Because whenever you use the Flame Burge and you summon 2 back, one of them gets turned into a Karibo, and then these 2 get turned into Heat Soul. So now it's a good little extender and recovery play, and it gives you a free draw. For the Synchros, I'm playing one formula. This card is really cool. I wish I was playing a second one though, just because I like being able to draw cards. But the fact that you can use this with Flame Birch to make Baron on your opponent's turn is really cool as well. Stardust, because this is my favorite synchro ever. And it's actually good against the Unchained matchup. So it helps you whenever they try to destroy Aruhas and Shivaras and stuff, destroying stuff on your field. You just use Stardust, tribute it, negate, destroy the card. If it's something like Aruha, they don't trigger because you didn't control it. And if it's Shivara, who cares? You still they're getting another set anyway. But if they're trying to pop it right there, they probably needed it. So it's not bad. It's pretty good. And the fact that it comes back every turn is actually good too. Savage. There are lines where this comes up, and that's why the Karibo is there. Baron. Talked about this, but Baron comes up. It's really easy to summon Baron in this type of deck, especially with Flame Birch, because you use the formula pretty much and the Flame Birch to make this, and then Flame Birch allows you to summon 2 level 1 fires, so that comes up. Omega, just another 8 that we can make, and if we're playing Gamma, this comes up a lot easier too. But sometimes with Diabell Star and like a level 1 fire or like Jet Synchron or something, you could Synchro to make this. You could either also play Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon if you want, which I'm actually considering. But I like being able to do this, so whenever you get hand trapped, you just could potentially hit another card out of their hand. And then my 2 Fire Warrior Synchros. So Angelica and Roland. This is just a target, and you can sort of link climb. Well, not link climb. Well, you could do that as well, but you could synchro climb sort of with these 2. But that's mainly what I do with this, with the Roland. Whenever I do the play when searching the museum, then get the Durandal to target this. That's why we play so many Fire Warriors out of these guys. It's because she has to send a Fire Warrior in order to summon the Roland. So you could send any of these, which is actually funny to summon this. And with the Flame Birch Dragon, it actually comes up a lot, because whatever you send to the grave with her, you can just recruit out of the grave with the Flame Birch if you have it on the field. So if I want to set this up, I can just summon her, put her here, and then summon her off Flame Birch to summon another guy, which is actually pretty cool. And whenever we do that play, you don't really lose any value. Most times you just get a blocker, because you use Durandal to target her to summon this. She comes back during the end phase, and then you can link this off or whatever into like Sunlight Wolf or something. And then Zeus package. It's pretty standard, pretty easy Zeus package for the most part. Downer comes up just because it can go over this pretty much. And Zeus is Zeus. Alright, so you guys let me know what y'all think about this. And I think this is a really cool card. And I think Fire Warrior deck should probably explore this card as well. But let me know what you guys think. Leave me a like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned.